Hello everyone, welcome back to today's class. In this class, I am going to discuss first topic from the chapter electricity, that is electric current and circuit. Before going to learn things under this topic, let me remind you an experiment which we studied in last video. I mean glass rod and silk cloth experiment. As soon as I rub silk cloth with glass rod, free electrons which are present in glass rod have been jumped into silk cloth. Hence, glass rod occupied positive charge and silk cloth occupied negative charges. From this experiment, we concluded thus electrons flows from surface of one object into the surface of another object. This information is enough to understand about electric current. First, let us see the definition of electric current. Rate of flow of electric charge is called electric current. Children, wherever I use the word electric charges, you must understand it's nothing but electrons. If electric charges are flowing means electrons are flowing. The flowing electrons only constitute electric current. But what about the word rate? Rate is nothing but per unit time. It means per second. Unit of time is second or minute. But here we want to consider only second. Hence, how many electric charges flowed in a circuit in 1 second is called electric current. To make you to understand this in a better way, let me take a diagram. Here I have taken a copper wire. Copper wire will be very thin, but to make you to understand, I have taken expanded form. And you know that inside copper wire there will be free electrons, and all free electrons I have marked like this. And you just assume electrons are flowing in this direction here. Now I want to calculate electric charges here. Now I want to calculate rate of flow of electric charges in this. So what could I do? So for that I'll place a circular ring, and this I'm calling it as cross-sectional area. And why do I place this? That is the important. See, through this circular ring or open window, however you assume it, through this circular ring, how many electrons have been passed per second? That gives electric current definition. Look at the diagram carefully, just like this. Just like this. See how electrons are passing through that ring. So this gives the definition of electric current. So this definition we can write like this also, children. Electric current is expressed by the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. So this is the cross-sectional area, otherwise particular area. Through this particular area, how much amount of charges flowed in 1 second? That we call it as electric current. I hope you got the definition of electric current. But you may have got doubt here. I said electrons have to flow here, but electrons will not flow by themselves. Somebody has to do some work. Just remember the glass rod and silk cloth experiment. There we rubbed both. And the experiment where your hands got up heat, we were doing the work there to get heat up. So similarly here, to flow electrons, somebody has to do the work. Who will be doing that work? That we see in the next slide. Yes. See here we have a battery, and this is the circuit. So circuit is connected to battery. As soon as I connect a circuit to the battery, electrons start to flow, and this is the negative terminal of the battery, and this is the positive terminal of the battery, children. and you have to keep it in the mind. Electrons have got negative charge. Hence, electrons flows from negative terminal to the positive terminal. It means it is flowing in this direction. So it flows from negative terminal to the positive terminal of the battery. Keep it in the mind, children. In a circuit, battery will be doing its work. It is the source of energy in circuit and which provides a push to the electrons. When two electrons have come nearer, keep it in the mind, children, electrons have got negative charge, hence repulsion will take place. When they have got repelled, they start to go away from each other, hence the electrons start to flow like this. So this constitute electric current in a circuit. So this is the very important thing you wanted to understand. Next, I feel this is the right time to talk about electric circuit. In the last slide and previous of that slide, I used an word electric circuit. So what does it mean? It's mean a continuous and closed path of an electric current is called electric circuit. It means to flow electrons, there should be a path and its path should be closed. If path is not closed, electrons will not be flowed, hence there will not be any electric current. Hence, a continuous and closed path of electric current, we call it as electric circuit. Let me take circuit here, children, and this is the way of drawing electric circuit, and everybody must learn to draw the electric circuit. A schematic diagram of an electric circuit comprising, it means every electric circuit should contain these things. One is the cell. Cell is nothing but battery. Battery is present here. So positive terminal is here and the negative terminal is here. When positive terminal there, so there the length of the line should be little longer. Where negative terminal will be there the length of the line should be smaller than the length of the positive terminal. And next, electric bulb. So electric bulb we can see here, and this is a symbol of electric bulb. Ammeter. Ammeter is here, and in the next upcoming slide you will be knowing about ammeter. And last is plug key. So this is the plug key. Plug key is nothing but switch. So these are the components should be there in electric circuit. Remember one more time, children, cell. Cell is nothing but battery. Electric bulb. So bulb is here. Ammeter. Ammeter is here. And plug key. It's nothing but switch. Switch is here. And keep it in your mind. Switch acts as link between battery and electric bulb. If switch is opened, current will not be flowed because circuit will be opened. If switch is closed, electrons flows, hence electric bulb will glow. And next statement is very important to understand, children. In an electric circuit, the direction of electric current is taken as opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. Very important statement it is, children. You know that how electrons will flow. Just in the last slide we have discussed. Electrons flows from negative terminal of battery to the positive terminal of the battery. It means negative terminal here, positive terminal here. It has to flow in this direction. Means like this it has to flow. But look at the circuit, how I have shown electric current. Electric current I have shown opposite to the direction of electrons. That is what they are saying here. I mean, in electric circuit, direction of electric current is taken as opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. It means I have shown electric current in this direction. You may ask why. Why? Because electrons were not known at the time when the phenomenon of electricity was first observed. It means when electricity was found, at that time electrons were not introduced. The scientists were not known about the electrons at that time. They believed that charges flows in electric circuit from positive terminal to the negative terminal. Hence, today also we are following the direction of current from positive terminal to the negative terminal. In this way only you have to show the direction of current. Now let us talk more about electric current. Few slides back we discussed about definition of electric current. Let me remind you that rate of flow of electric charges is called electric current. From that definition we can write a formula, that is I is equals to Q by T. Q is nothing but charges. How many charges flowed per second? T is nothing but time. Hence, where I represents current, Q represents electric charge, and T represent time. The SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. Children, understand this, very important for 1 mark. It is the SI unit of electric charge. SI means International System Unit. There is a unit for electric charge. How we have for distance kilometer and for time seconds. In similar way, for charge also we have unit that we call it as coulomb, and it is denoted by C. Next, 1 coulomb is equals to 6 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. Children, this is very important. In 1 coulomb, how many charges will be there? That is 6 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons will be there in 1 coulomb of charges. But how we got this 6 into 10 to the power of 18? That is very important from exam point of view that we see in this slide. In 9th standard you learned that 1 electron is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. It means in 1 electron so many charges will be there. Now here we wanted to calculate how many electrons will be there in 1 coulomb. So for that what I'll do, this full value I'll transfer to left, so it becomes in denominator just like this. On right hand side only 1 coulomb will be there. Now this 10 to the power of minus 19 transferred to the numerator, we got it in positive value. Now here there is a point. I'll remove this point. As you remove this point in the denominator, you have to take 1 0 in numerator. And here 10 to the power 19 there, I am removing 1 0 from that. I am taking that 0 here. Hence it has become 100. Why I did like that? If there is only 10 I cannot divide by 16. Hence I have made it 100. Now 100 divided by 16, children. 16 6 are 96, 4 remainder, so 40 will be there. 16 2s are 32, 8 remainder, so 5s are 80. So 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. So 6.25 approximated value is 6 only. Hence 6 into 10 to the power of 18 coulombs. It means one charge is equals to 6 into 10 to the power of 18. So let me remind you how I did again, children. Here we are going to find 1 coulomb of charge is equals to how many electrons. Hence this I am transferring this side. Hence we have got that value in denominator. Now this 10 to the power of minus 19 transferred to numerator, it has become in positive value as 10 to the power of 19. Now I am removing decimal point in the denominator. As you remove decimal point in the denominator, you have to take so many zeros in the numerator. In denominator 1 digit backside there is a point here. Hence I am taking 1 0. Hence 1 has become 10. 10 you cannot divide by 16. Hence here 10 to the power of 19 means 19 zeros will be there after 1. From that I am taking 1 0, hence it has become 10 to the power of 18. So that 0 I have taken here. So 10 has become 100. Now 100 divided by 16, we get 6.25. So this approximation value is 6. So 6 into 10 to the power of 18 is equals to 1 coulomb. In 1 coulomb, there will be 6 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. Next, let us know some more information about electric current. The electric current is expressed by a unit called ampere. This is also very important, children. Electric current is expressed by a unit called ampere. As we have for charges, means charge SI unit is coulomb. Similarly, SI unit of current is ampere. It is denoted by capital letter A. And this is very important from the point of examination, children. So they may ask define ampere, otherwise define unit of ampere. The flow of 1 coulomb of charge per second is called 1 ampere. Children, here write down is called. So to understand this definition, so let me take current finding formula, children. That is I is equals to, means current unit is ampere, hence I have written here A, and Q unit is coulomb, hence C, and time unit is second, hence S. So for all things give one value. So this is also 1, and this is also 1, and 1 second. If 1 coulomb of charges flows in 1 second is called 1 ampere. Understand one more time, children. The flow of 1 coulomb of charge per 1 second. Per second is nothing but for 1 second is called 1 ampere. So this is also very important from the point of examination. I repeat one more time, children. If 1 coulomb of charges flows in 1 second is called 1 ampere. And next, current can be measured in different ways. Small quantity of current are expressed in milliampere. So milliampere means that is 10 to the power of minus 3. And keep it in the mind that we write it as 1 MA. MA means milliampere. 1 milliampere is equals to 10 to the power of minus 3. And we have another unit that is microampere. Microampere means that is 10 to the power of minus 6. And this we can write it as 1 mu A. This is a symbol of mu, children. See, this is a way of writing the mu. One line and U you have to write. And this you want to read it as mu. So 1 microampere is equals to 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. 1 milliampere is equals to 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. So next, an instrument called ammeter measures electric current in a circuit. Very, very important. So when we discussed about electric circuit, in that we have seen ammeter. Ammeter is the instrument used to measure the electric current. And ammeter looks like this. This is the picture of ammeter, and this is the positive terminal, and it is the negative terminal. And it is always connected in series in a circuit through which the current is to be measured. It means ammeter is always connected in series. So just look at this electric circuit here. You can easily understand. Here there is ammeter, and the ammeter is connected in series way. Series means this. Otherwise you can place ammeter here. Otherwise you can place here. But ammeter is not connected in parallel. Parallel means like this, which is parallel to the electric circuit. Ammeter never be connected in parallel to the electric circuit. Ammeter is always connected in series in circuit. This is a very, very important thing. Dear students, these are the very, very important things we have discussed in first topic, that is electric current and circuit. In the next video we come up with another topic. I hope you have understood. Thank you.